Truth or Dare was released earlier this year, April, I believe, and it tells the story of a group of teens that go on holiday spring break down to Mexico. One of the girls, she meets this dude at a bar. He suggests at the end of the night they all go with him to go on to another place for a drink or whatever. He ends up taking them to this abandoned, dilapidated church, um, and says, "Let's play a game of truth or dare." And they do, and then it turns out that this game is real. This game is possessed. They start to have visions, characterized by this big fucking. It's kind of subtle, but it's very creepy, like grin. That's what attracted me to wanting to see the film initially. I saw a still from it on IMDb, and I thought, "The fuck's up with her face? Is that real? What is that?" They start seeing a vision of this. Well, it appears in people, or it can come through any mode of communication. And when it says truth or dare, and they either have to say, an inconvenient truth, or take a dare, which is usually very dangerous and fatal a lot of the time. So yeah, the film is basically that it goes into a kind of very diluted Final Destination-esque series of trying to avoid dying in a kind of hideous manner. Very standard, early teen, young teen horror film. It's definitely made with the PG-13 certificate in mind. I initially went into this expecting it to be a turd, and it is, but it wasn't it didn't stink as bad as what I'd kind of got myself in the mindset to be prepared for. This film is of the ilk of other films like Ouija, Wish Upon. Like I said, that kind of young teen, mid-teen fucking horror shite. It's not at all scary. There's no impending. You don't feel any sense of dread or anything really. It's just like, oh, let's see what happens. Let's see how this person dies, and let's see how all this kind of gets resolved. And oh, I wonder what the twist at the end will be, because there's going to be some kind of a non-happy ending maybe, or a twisted ending, and you do get that. And it sets it up with the main protagonist, the girl in it. She's all very fucking do the right thing and put others before yourself.
I love you, but millions of people? Come on.
You have to tell the truth.
I am. It's the only right answer.
Whatever.
She's a bit of a self-righteous twat, to be honest. She's fucking annoying to a degree. They keep making a point of showing this being her personality trait, because they don't do fuck all characterization with any of the characters in it. They're all like, flat two-dimensional nothings, really, but with the protagonist, they keep showing us like, no, that's the right thing is to, put other people first. So halfway through, I was thinking, yeah, something's going to happen at the end where the twist is going to be her fucking someone over, maybe. I was expecting it to not be very good, and it wasn't, but it wasn't completely, utterly fucking awful. Well, it was, but like I said, I was prepared for it, so it wasn't as awful as what I was thinking it might be. Like I said, it wasn't scary. The acting was complete shite in it. There was no. Well, the characters were written. They weren't written. The characters had a name and maybe a slight trait, and that was it. Like I said, it's just basically just fodder for the story. For the fucking demon to play truth or dare with them. Is it Caltex? Not Caltex. Calyx. Calyx. Caltex is a chain of petrol stations. Calyx, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Calyx. He's the demon that, it turns out, possessed this game of truth or dare back when these other people were playing it. when they were fucking about in this church. I won't go too far into the backstory of where the Calyx came from. It turns out, before, when this church was still up and running, and it had like a load of nuns living there, and a priest who was like kind of fiddling with him. A priest who was abusing him, like. So one of them summoned up the demon of Calyx, and because they all like to play like games like Truth or Dare or whatever the fuck else, Snap, Calyx possessed the game. And another aspect of films of this ilk, there's no period of disbelief about the events that are happening. It's like just been, oh look, it's the curse. This curse that happened. What that dude warned us about. Hey, look, it's happening, and it's like, oh fuck, what do we do? It's like, there's no adjustment period. In this day and age where you're like, what the fuck? What are you mad? God, what are you talking about? Fucking demon possessed the game and now it's trying to kill us. There'd be some fucking, like I said, adjustment period, some grey area there. It's like, well, come on, let's eliminate these other possibilities, shall we? I mean, I know it's a movie, yeah, and but a supernatural film, horror movies, especially supernatural ones, the most effective ones are the ones that draw you into the characters, because the more you believe them, the more you believe the events that are kicking off in the film, or the more that you become involved with them. And with this, you don't get any sense of any feeling amongst them, like friendship and that. In a matter of fact, when I played Truth or Dare at the start of the film, you're thinking, why are these people friends even? They just seem to be really shitty to one another at the moment, I won't go into details of that, but they just start getting really narky with one another for no particular reason. Yeah, and they don't seem to be too shocked when they start dying. Like the first guy who gets Truth or Dared, the one who goes off the pool table, the rest of them all get, because it's being filmed on people's phones, of course, and the rest of the group all get sent the same video, the same video at the same time, and the reaction to it is like, huh, like fucking hell, he's dead. Then she straight away, it's like, it's the curse. It made him do it. It's like, fucking yeah, there's someone you knew very very well, and you just seen him like die in a fairly quite brutal way,
It's the game.
What?
It is. It followed us home.
Are you being serious?
Carter told me that it was real, that we were all in, and that it would find us.
I wasn't expecting any kind of fucking performance though, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt them to try and get their actors to fucking do something. I know, they're still going to sell the same amount of tickets at a theatre. All it's going to do is make the fucking film better. I mean, it's not going to require too much effort on the actors' parts, is it? It's like, hey, react the way you believe you'd react if you saw that happen in real life to a friend of yours. Just try and do that. That's the only direction you need to give them. Maybe they did. Maybe they're just really shite actors. So yeah, I went into this film not expecting much, and that's exactly what I got. But I didn't. It was okay. It was okay to watch with those expectations that it was going to be pants, and it wasn't as bad as what I was preparing myself for it to be. The setup is fairly trivial. It's like, oh, this demon possessed this game, now you're all fucked, and you got to do this. And the ending I quite liked. I mean, you could see it were coming, but it wasn't the one I was expecting it to come. I thought she was just going to fuck over her best mate, but it turns out she fucks over the rest of the world to save her best mate. So she creates a demonic pandemic, really. And so that's the only character arc in this. She starts off all goody two shoes. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few type of thing, and by the end of it, she's like, "I'm gonna unleash this demon basically on the world, just so it takes forever for our turn to come back round." So yeah, I kind of like that ending. It's Like I said, it was predictable to an extent, but I didn't think she was going to do. I didn't think it was going to be that. It's definitely not scary. Fuck all scares in this, man. It's not even got any jump scares. I don't think, anyway. It probably has, but it's just like where someone walks up behind them and they weren't expecting it, and then they'll play a really loud boom piece of music. And it's like, it's so generic in that manner that you don't care. I mean, the gimmick of this, of course, was the creepy truth or dare face. But yeah, after that's been done a couple of times, then that's that. But overall, it's worth a watch, films of this ilk, this is one of the better ones. I mean, there's other ones like Friend Request and Wish Upon. This is better than those. I mean, it's pretty much in the same, definitely in the same field. It's definitely aimed at the same audience, the same demographic. But this one is a better film. But yeah, that's just like my overall views. Oh, I did get a good laugh. Like there's one moment in this where one of the cynical members of the cynical member of the group who doesn't believe this curse bullshit, and they text him saying, "Look out, you're going to be next. It's your turn on Truth or Dare," and he just responds by sending him a turd emoji. And, it's like, yeah, sure, guys. He just responds by sending a turd emoji, smiling turd emoji. Yeah, that made me laugh. I just felt the need to point that part out. It's not many films that can elicit a genuine laugh from me these days. Not many new films, but this one did, and it was an intentional laugh. It wasn't just a laugh at how bad some of the films is. The films is. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was some thoughts on Truth or Dare. And so until next time.
I need 3 days' notice to have a wank.